Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this incredible youth interfaith consciousness raising gathering. I'm Audri Scott Williams. I guess I wear many hats. I'm a peace walker, peace activist, an activist for social justice. I am also an activist for indigenous rights. Many things. I'm an inventor. My goal is to live my life fully and completely so that I'm not only talking the talk, but literally walking the walk and being able to share my experiences from that life, that fully driven life that I've chosen to live. And today I'm really excited to be present with you, even though I'm on video. I'm down in southern Alabama. I'm excited to be with you in the way that I can for many reasons. One is I think you're the most incredible, magnetic, conscious-filled group of young people. Your generation just thrills me, excites me, and engages me in very deep ways. And why do I say that? I say that from a number of places. One, you're here. You're showing up. You're showing up and working with what it means to be a young person in the world right now. What are the challenges that are facing? What can you draw from your own personal experiences that can help refine and cultivate you to step into your full divine potential? But you're also showing up because there's something very ancient about this time and about you. And by that I mean because I work so much with indigenous rights and indigenous communities all over the world, one of the things that comes up over and over and over again is that the world went through a 500-year period of what the elders call the dark sun. And in other words, it was a time when we had to turn inward because there were many things that were prophesied that would be happening on the planet that were not for the highest good of humanity or Mother Earth in general. And so it would be a period when the earth would undergo many changes at the hands of those who were less informed and motivated by something other than peace and love and the divine righteousness that we are. And so many groups were told over 500 years ago to take the knowledge and go inside, because if that knowledge about the full potential of who we are existed during the time of the dark sun, that humanity might self-destruct. And now here we are on the other side of the dark sun. So if the dark sun has gone through its passage and has met its end time, then the next thing that comes forward is the light. So it's the return of the sun, and we're in that stage now of the returning of the sun. And it was prophesied that the seventh generation coming through the time of the dark sun, the seventh generation would be the generation that would help the world to remember itself. And that means to recall, to remember who we are, but it also means to remember, to put back the human family. It would be a time when the sacred knowledge that was scattered for our own preservation is now being collected and brought back together, to bring us back together in a way that we understand the divine essence of who we are. So regardless of what doorway we stand in, religiously or spiritually, whether it's Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Jewish, whatever it is, that we really understand that that is the doorway, but it's not the complete story of who we all are, that we are all one. We are in this together. So you are I am you. So I can stand in my indigenous way, I can stand in my Christian way, I can stand in my Islamic way, I can stand in my Hindu way and be fully authentic in that. That means fully present and knowing and understand who I am. And all of us together, we can learn to appreciate each other and work together, because what in the past may have been perceived as the difference and why we have to destroy one another, because we want everybody to think like we do, we understand that that's not so. That we can hold on to what we believe and how we believe, but at the base and core of everything is a knowing that we are children of God, the Creator, whatever name you want to use. And in that space then, it opens up a whole field of potential, because we can draw on the best of who we all are to create a future that is not only sustainable but viable for the next 7 generations and the next 7 generations. You know, when I talk about greatness, because I really do believe you are great. I really believe that you are great. And I want to say it so much and hear it so much that you tell it to each other so much that you begin to believe it. And great simply means that you are informed about your divine potential. Okay? You're fully aware that you came into this world to do something great, and you live your life to demonstrate that. And it doesn't mean you're always going to get it right. It doesn't always mean you're going to know in the moment that you take action that it's going to give the result that you want. But what you know is that there's this seed of potential in you that is calling forward expression, and you make a decision to passionately live into that. And sometimes there may be consequences, because people around you won't understand that. We like it when everybody conforms, we think, until we hit a dead end. And then we need to ignite that creativity to help us find our way out, to find our way back to the road of truth and passion and love and joy and opportunity. And that's where we are now. We've pushed it to the dead end as a human species. And if we don't change our ways, we're going to have consequences that we don't even want to speak of or think about. But I live my life knowing that you're the generation that's going to make the change. That you're the generation that is so full of divine potential that our job is simply to help water your garden. And that's why I'm here. I want to help water your garden. I want you to believe that you are not here by accident. You are sitting in the seat or in the room that you're in because it was ordained that on this day, all of you would show up together. And together you would help each other, as I said before. Remember who you are. You are I am you. And together we will make this world a better place. Look around your communities, because as you become enlivened with this spiritual awareness of who you are, this conscious recall of who you are, and all of a sudden that starts to ignite in you ways of being that bring you alive, that make you feel good, then you want to be in a community that mirrors that. So when you step into your community and you find, wow, that's not mirroring what I'm feeling. What do I do with this? And the what do you do with it is look for your divine opportunity that exists in your community. I remember when we were on a walk, we were in South Central LA. We were right in the heart of South Central LA, where there are lots of gangs and everybody has their colors, and I think there was the blue and the red, and we walked with t-shirts. We had 2 sets of t-shirts when we walked. One were red and one were blue. So no matter what we put on, we were sending really mixed and crossed messages, and some of the people were concerned about us walking in our colors, if you will. But we didn't think about it. We're on a mission. You know, we're walking in our passion, and we never had a problem. But we stayed in an area. We camped out behind a mental health clinic that had invited us to come and talk to the participants there. And they had a little square of land in the middle of the parking lot. And we organized and created a community garden in this little 15 by 15 square, 15 feet by 15 feet. And and planted a peace pole, and the young children that were part of the after-school program helped build this garden. We got the seeds, we planted this garden. When we started, nobody in the community, they were looking at us like we were crazy. And by the time we finished and the children had such passion and commitment to this garden experience, people were coming down from their apartments and saying, how can I help? How can I be a part of this? And the children were running around saying, we're making our salad. We're growing our salad. What happened? It's very simple, because I want to close now. What happened very simply is this. That area was transformed to a living zone. Living zone, bringing life through the seeds that were planted, the food and produce that would grow out of that garden, that would be a source for the young people there who had no, if you walk down through the groceries, there was no live food. Even when there were vegetables and fruits, they looked so dead, you wouldn't even want to eat them. But here they were growing, taking control of their own food, realizing that they could grow and create the vitality that they needed. And so that's what we want. Look around, find your opportunity, grow your garden, whether it's singing, dancing, gardening, speaking, sharing. Whatever that passion is within you, find it, embrace it, grasp it. And the last thing I want to say, I know it's possible, because there's a movie that came out yesterday on James Brown. Love James Brown. Actually had a chance to meet him once. But the young man playing that role used to come to our house many years ago when my children were at Duke Ellington School of the Arts. I knew him then as Chad. I didn't know his full name. And look at him today. A major star, probably going to be nominated for an Academy Award, coming out of the streets of Washington, D.C. Anybody can realize their full potential if they put their heart and their soul into it, and they have those around them. When you step into it, those around you are going to show up, and they're going to show up to help you, because that's our job, to support you. We love you. Embrace life. Take your life in your hands. Live your passion. Live your dream. Don't let anything stop you. You are the reason we're here at all. You are the reason that future generations will say, the world was about to be destroyed, and then divine potential showed up in my mom, my dad, my grandparent. And that's you. Have a wonderful conference. Peace.